Hi, everyone. I wanted to make one more video before the school year ends. And I know that at the beginning, when we started at home learning, I had put a lot of um, tiny lessons about resilience up on my Google Classroom. But I wanted to bring back that idea of resilience because when I think of resilience, I really do think of you and think of our teachers and our administration and what everyone has had to do during this time of at-home learning. So let me just remind you that resilience is when we bounce back from unexpected stressors or that we show flexibility in adapting to a situation where maybe we don't have a lot of control. It's trying even though it's hard, and it's believing that we can get through. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, that sounds a lot like perseverance. So, what's the difference between perseverance and you guys, you're not going to find this in a dictionary, but just so you know how I think about the difference between perseverance and resilience is I think of perseverance as being like, you know, that marathon that you're running and you stay on that path and you keep going and you keep going. But how I think about resilience is, and I'm gonna, I made a graphic for us, is it's like a flower and the petals unfold. And so the thing that I think makes resilience different from perseverance is that perseverance, I think, is like never give up. But I think resilience is sometimes something that we are often surprised by discovering in ourselves because things come up that are out of our control. And then maybe one of these flower petals unfolds and we realize the strength and the power that we have within us. And so, for a little inspiration, I'm going to play the music from Harry Potter when Fox the Phoenix um, is reborn, and just talk about these characteristics for you to think about how it is that you have shown resilience during these last almost 3 months now. So here we go. All right. So hopefully that won't be too, I'll turn it down, guys. Distracting. There we go. So here's the first one. Confidence, believe in yourself. Did you try something new while we have been doing at-home learning? And you guys, this might not be related to school, but I talked with a lot of kids in classrooms who said that they learned how to ride a bike or that they did more experimenting in the kitchen, right? Or maybe you even figured out how to cooperate with your brother or sister a little bit more. So believing that you could do something that maybe you haven't done as much of before. All right. Being flexible and going with the flow. This is every single one of us. There's been so much that has not been in our control during this time, and we have had to be flexible to be sure. So this is one to pat yourself on the back for, all right? Figuring out how to learn from home, figuring out how to learn from behind a screen. You guys, way to go. All right. Look for the positives even when you make a mistake. Now, I personally believe that it is usually through our mistakes that we often learn the most and grow the most. And so resilient people, oh, I love this part of the song. Resilient people are people who know that the experience of learning through a mistake is something that helps them in the end, even if it doesn't feel good at first. Coming up here, using your problem solving skills. Now, there were probably times when you needed some help from your mom or your dad, but maybe they were working and couldn't talk to you right at that moment. And even if your problem solving skill was that you wrote down the question that you wanted to ask them, that's problem solving. and I'm sure there are many other examples that you guys have. Finding your helpers, don't go it alone. And listening to Harry Potter, I'm just thinking, just think, Harry never went it alone, right? Never. And so asking for help and doing things together and creating ideas that become better because of working with people, that's part of resilience. It's good to be a part of a team. And then recognizing your feelings and helping yourself to manage them. I think almost always when we take that pause, when we feel strong feelings before we make a choice as to our actions, I think that almost always helps us to make a better choice. So you guys, thinking about these 6 characteristics that make up resilience, I hope that you can reflect on your own and think about just how powerful you have been and how much you have grown during this time of at-home learning. You deserve a wonderful break this summer, and I cannot wait to see you in the fall. Okay, love you guys.